I'm sure you've heard about the concept of manifestation and that you just need to think about something and then you can attract it into your life. And there's so many information on the internet on how the steps are that you manifest and bring the things to you. However, maybe it sometimes doesn't work for you, or you're just sitting there and thinking, why is it working for everyone else but not for me? Or you're trying that diet that everyone else is doing, but it doesn't work for you and you feel worse than before. Or you're trying to do the things in terms of physical activity that work for other people, but not for you. So the key to everything is that you need to follow your aligned energy blueprint, because every single person on this planet has a different energy and therefore a different way to interact with the world and others. And only if we follow ourselves, the way that works for us, then we can attract all the right things to us and manifest the life that we want and that we deserve. If you don't know me yet, my name is Leandra. I'm a human design expert and I work in the holistic health field. And if you have not done so yet, you can download now my free app Era, which is just newly launched, where you can check your human design chart for free and check out all the different properties. And I would highly suggest to have that along as we're going through this video, where it's all about how you can manifest your dream life. So if you have a look at your chart, the first thing that we will look at today is energy type, because every single energy type has a different way of interacting with the world or with the universe as a whole. And only if you follow that steps, then the right things can come to you. Then the right situations can happen for you. And then you can attract the life that you want. If you try to get out of your energy, you will probably already feel that it feels quite icky, or that you don't really like how it shows up for you. And that is because it's not in alignment with you. So the thing is always to trust yourself first. But what I'm going to tell you now is a guideline that can help you understand yourself more. So let's look at all the different types, starting with the manifestor. So the manifestor is here to initiate in life, is here to bring things forward, is here to start new things. And that comes by informing others. Basically, let your ideas, let your inspiration talk through you and get it out into the world. By that, you will eliminate resistance with others, because you sometimes might have a little bit of a hard shell, and that might help you get the things rolling or get the things into progress that you're up to do. So you need to speak the things out. Communication is key for you, and you might sometimes like to be a little bit in your own bubble, in your own world. You like your own freedom. However, that's why you need to remember your strategy, which is to inform others about your processes, about the things that you're up to do. Let's move on to the generator types, and we have the generator and the manifesting generator in this group, because both have a defined sacral, which means there is this response of I want to do something, or I don't want to do something. It is this yes and no response, which means that you go really best to let the things come to you first and then respond in terms of, do you have energy available for something or not, if you want to engage with life or not. So the things will always be attracted to you. Specifically, the good things will come to you when you are in alignment with yourself, when you are in your energy. And that comes by you really doing the things that light you up, that bring you joy, that bring you fulfillment, because that can create more of the good things to come to you. And therefore, you can then engage in them. And then you can decide if that's a clear yes to you. And if it's not a clear yes, if it's only like a or a maybe, then it is a no. So let's move on to the projectors. So the projectors have a really soft and gentle energy, and they're here to be invited to all the things. So if as a projector you try to go out and force the things and push the things or share your unsolicited advice, then it will not land really well, and people will turn away from you, which in return can result in you feeling bitter. And that is why it's so important that you let the things come to you instead, get the invitation, and then you engage into things. which doesn't mean that you cannot do anything, that you just need to sit there. You can do whatever you want to do. You can become visible. However, if it's about interacting with other people or with life as a whole, let the things come to you in terms of a invitation. And that can mean that others recognize you and see you for your skills, or that others literally invite you to something, or that others support you into your process, into doing something, or invite you to a different location, for example. So see what invitation comes to you and then engage in it if it feels correct and right for you. And then our dear reflectors, you are the unicorns here. You have a very special and unique energy. So you are here to be guided and led through life itself, through the cycle of the moon, which means you need a minimum of 28 to 29 days in order to know and understand what's right for you. So your decision-making process also goes through these 28, 29 days, and therefore it is a constant up and down, feeling into everything, talking things through. So let life really come to you and initiate you and wait out. You need to be really trusting in life and trust the universe, trust God, or whatever you believe in, that things will come up to you and clarity will show and reveal itself over time. So now, as we have spoken about how to best interact with the universe, with life itself, and how the good things can come to you, now it is time to talk also about your decision-making process, because not everything that comes in your field comes to you is also automatically the right thing for you, which means you can say yes or you can say no to an opportunity. And we all have a different way of making these decisions, which we are calling authority. We're assuming that every single person has a different authority within them that gives you basically the authority to make your right decision, to go in this or in that direction. And no one else outside of you can tell you what to do, because ideally you trust yourself so much that you will know what's right for you. And you can check it out now and follow along as we go through the different authorities, which are stated in my app Era as well. So if you have emotional authority, this is the most dominant one and the one that most people have, around 50% of humanity. And that means that you are per definition an emotional person, which means that you go through highs and lows of emotion. You go through the ups and downs in life. And they're moving like a wave. So what means that there is never a clarity in your now, because over time it will reveal itself maybe that you feel different about something. This is why it is so crucial and so important that you wait for your decisions. Minimum sleep a night on it. Maybe you need even longer. Sometimes it takes even a month or a year until you find your clarity. And the clarity will come when you feel like this fog is turning away, when you suddenly just things become more clear, or when you just suddenly know. So leave yourself some time with the things. So from the moment that maybe as a generator something comes to you, let yourself some time until you really go for it. Or as a projector, when the invitation comes, give yourself some time to see if you want to engage in that invitation or not. Then we have the sacral authority, which is only for generators. As we were saying, these are the yes and no responses that your strategy is as well. Do you have energy for something or not? And that exactly is also your authority, which means your question is always, do I have energy available for something? Is it this really clear, yes, I'm so excited to do this. I am so lit up by this thought, by this project, whatever it is you want to engage in? Or is it more like a, yeah, I don't really know. And if it's only a maybe, then it is a no. So you probably know that sentence. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. So always ask yourself yes and no question to determine if you want to engage with life, if you want to engage with something, if you want to come in your inspired action or not. And then next we have the spleen, and the spleen is only for projectors and for manifestors. And the spleen is really the physical body response, which means your body responds moment by moment if something is right for you or not, giving you signals, giving you this feel-good feeling, or maybe even a stomach ache or an ache or goosebumps. So your body is responding moment by moment if something is right for you or not. So as you, for example, as a projector, get an invitation, and you will feel immediately in the moment there's like an ache in your body is responding or cramping, or you get nauseous or anything of that sort, then you know this is not for you. Whereas if it feels like a well-being, like a healthy response of your body, this is your clear yes. So this is your response to engage with life, to manifest something, to go forward, if it feels like a hell yes. And this can change because it goes moment by moment by moment. This is really in the present moment now. And then we have the ego authority, which is only again for projectors and for manifestors, and it's quite a rare one. So this comes from your heart. It is also called heart authority or ego authority. So basically, this is all about your heart's desires. What do you truly want, where you really have this burning sensation? So this could show up as you getting like a rush of energy that is really not coming from the sacral, like, yes, I have energy, but is really coming from your heart wish. And it means like, I'm so excited for doing this and that. And you get a lot of motivation, you get a lot of determination, you get a lot of drive. And that is telling you that this is something that is right for you. So as a manifestor, initiating something that comes from your heart's desire. And as a projector, if you get an invitation, you feel this burning heart's desire, then engaging into the invitation that you have gotten. And this is how you can manifest the things that are right for you. And then we have the self-projected authority, which is coming from the identity center. And the identity center is this beautiful, loving, grounded energy that where all the love gates sit, where this groundedness, it's like an anchor, where all gates of leadership or direction lie. So this is really about talking out and speaking out from your inner deepest core, from your identity, speaking into the world with other people, and hearing yourself talk. As you do so, you will find clarity if something is right for you, if you want to manifest something, if you want to go out there. And if it sounds like this dreamy, wholesome kind of way that you talk, then you know it is right for you. Whereas if it's more like a stuckness that you feel, or you feel like you're not moving in the right direction, then you know it is a clear no for you. And sometimes this can take a little bit of time. You will find your clarity over time as you speak with different people that you feel good with, that you resonate with, and that ideally maybe ask you some question. We call this sounding board, that act like a mirror to you basically, or guide you so you can find your clarity. And then we have something really rare, which is called mental authority, which means either the throat and the ajna, or the throat, the ajna, and the head center are defined, or only the head and the ajna. And opposite to what we would think, that we make rational decisions with that, it is actually not that simple. But the key here is, because your whole body is going to be open and you're receptive here for other people's energy, is that you need to be in the right environment. You need to be in the right place and with the right people, because that is going to give you the resonance that you need, the feel-good feeling that you need in order to then make your right decision. And the right decision, similar to the self-projected authority, will come as you're talking it out, as you talk with different people, but more from mind, not from your identity, obviously. So if you speak out the things with the right people in the right environment where you feel good, then over time you will also find your clarity through that. And as I said, it could sometimes take a little bit longer, talking to different people, having some sounding board people, so you can understand what you want to manifest, or how you want to engage with life. And then our dear reflectors have a very special authority, which is tied to what we discussed earlier, the strategy, waiting out for 28, 29 days, one lunar cycle. So your clarity will come through all the ups and the downs, all the emotions, all the different energies that you feel throughout this whole period. Then you will find your clarity over this extended amount of time as you talk with different people, as you feel into different things. You can imagine that you're everything and nothing at the same time, basically your whole humanity, but you're also so fluid in that sense that you experience it all through the different times. And sometimes I heard from my clients that it can be very confusing because it feels so different every day and you don't really understand what is happening with you. But now with this clarity, you know it's gonna happen, and therefore you can just follow along, talk with different people, feel into it, talk into it, sense into it, all the different ways until after the minimum of 28 days, you find your clarity on how to engage with life. So as you can see, we all have a very, very unique and different way if you put together your strategy and then your authority on how to engage and interact with life. And this is really the key on how to manifest your dream life. Because me, for example, as a generator with a sacral authority, if I would act like a manifestor and constantly push and initiate and do and maybe wait really long time for my decisions like it would be with emotional authority, this would bring me away from actually manifesting the dream life that I want to have. Whereas if I wait until things show up in my field where I really feel this clear in the moment, yes, sacral response, I really want to do this, I have energy available for that. This is the things that brought me into alignment. This is the things that really showed me where my path was. And usually we sometimes expect that the things that we want to manifest just stand at our doorstep, right? And are just like ready to go here. But most of the time it comes that you go step after step in this process, that consistently life brings you all the things that are in alignment with you, because you can manifest maybe, let's say, a lot of money. And I'm not saying that this is something bad, and I'm also not saying that it won't happen. However, if it is actually not in alignment with you, with just one day to the other, manifesting this massive amount of money, because maybe you would completely gamble it all or you would lose it all, then it probably doesn't show up, or it requires so much hard work that burns out your energy that you cannot even enjoy it then. So if you go step after step, maybe that might be a more aligned way of how to get the success, how to get the money, how to get everything you wish and desire for in life as you follow along your life trajectory. And every single person's life trajectory is extremely different, which means that not everyone has the same goal here in this lifetime. And that is what we can see also in our incarnation cross. What is our mission this lifetime, basically? So what is the life purpose? And if you are looking for more purpose and how to find your purpose, I want to suggest to you that you join my membership here, which is all focused around purpose in a step-by-step process that you can follow along. You even find some PDFs there that you can fill out yourself on how to discover your purpose. And it's only for $4.99 a month. So join my membership here if you want to find your purpose and find out more about this topic. And if you're still watching, you might want to consider watching some more videos about this topic. For example, about your determination, which means that we have all a different way, and also how our body reacts best in the space, and about food. And this can really help bring you also in alignment, so you can actually make your better decisions and also manifest from a better place. And if you're still here, you might consider subscribing here, because every week I bring out a new exciting video about human design, sometimes numerology or mindset. And yeah, with that being said, I'm sending you so much love, and I hope I see you next time. Bye for now.